So yeah, gold 12 months ago it was 2600, and now has reached this like above 3800 dollars. So far that's the highest price it has reached, historical high prices, because the world is shifting towards real money. And all the countries, if you know about this story, like BRICS country, uh, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and there are many other countries has joined BRICS nations, and they are moving away from dollar standards, trading in their own currencies and resources that they have. Countries, major banks are getting their metals delivered, requesting physical delivery. All this is changing, making a, if looks like it's all that is making a permanent shift in the gold and silver market, because there has not been a craze like this that is happening nowadays. Not nowadays, actually it started, like in 20, around this 20, I would say 2022. This started in 2022. The cryptocurrency market experienced a strong bullish surge over the past week, with the total market capitalization climbing to approximately 3.87 trillion, up about 2.2 to 3% from the prior week. This recovery followed a brief dip near 3.78 trillion earlier in the period, driven by renewed institutional interest, positive technical indicators, and external catalysts like US government shutdown, which paradoxically boosted risk assets as investors sought alternatives to traditional markets. Bitcoin dominance rose slightly to around 59%, signaling continued strength in leading assets. Through altcoins, though altcoins showed selective gains amid rotation into high beta tokens. Bitcoin milestone and institutional moves. Bitcoin briefly topped $119,000 on October 2nd for the first time since mid-August, up nearly 4% in 24 hours, fueled by short squeeze liquidating over 700 million in positions and strong ETF inflows. For example, BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin ETF saw 370 million in a single day. Metaplanet, a Japanese firm, reported Q3 revenues of 16.3 million, up 116% QOQ, and raised its 2025 forecast to 45.4 million, targeting 210,000 Bitcoin holdings by 2027. 1% of the total supply, because Bitcoin supply is like 21 million, making it the world's fourth largest corporate Bitcoin holder. Regulatory and seizure events. UK Metropolitan Police executed the largest crypto seizure in history, confiscating 61,000 Bitcoin BTC worth of 7.2 billion from a money laundering probe. Meanwhile, Trump-linked World Liberty Financial announced a crypto debit card launch in Singapore for early 2026. And regarding altcoin and ecosystem updates, Hashdex Nasdaq's crypto index ETF added Cardano ADA, the symbol is ADA, expanding its holding to 6 assets. Solana SOL anticipation builds for a major upgrade to boost transaction speeds and on-chain activity. Tron TRX solidified dominance in stablecoin transfer, hosting over 80.7 billion in USDT, surpassing Ethereum. Bolstered by MoonPay wallet integration in July, Base meme coin gained traction on Coinbase Level 2, reshaping Web3 culture. Analysts note a neutral bearish outlook, 67% sentiment score with a fear and greed index at 64. Trading volumes hit 9.72 trillion in August, which is highest year to date and up 7.58%. However, low cap tokens eye trends as majors like Mental up 73% monthly outperform amid ecosystem expansions. Now let's take a look at price changes of top 10 cryptocurrency markets, top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. So we can go through this thing. Okay. So number one, the top one is Bitcoin by market cap, and its today's price was it traded around $123,886, which is 13.2% above, the 7-day change. And Ethereum is the next one. So Ethereum was trading at $4,558.72, up. 7-day change has been 14.63. And then the third one has been XRP, which is Ripple. The price was 3.08. Let's go to weekly view. So the price was $3.08 and it was up by 12.26%. And then we have BNB Binance. Binance token, which was trading at $1,155.99. Okay, and then there is Solana, was trading at today's the price was around $235.67, which is 18% higher during this week. Then we have Dogecoin, which was trading at $0.26, okay, and 15% up over the last 7 days. Then we have Tron, TRX, which is up by 2.92%, trading at 0.3453. And then we have Cardano, ADA. Cardano was trading at 85 cents. Okay, and so at the moment is 85 cents, but it hit as high today as high as 88 0.8898, like close to 89 cents today. And that was the daily price movement. And if we see by week, it was so that has gained by like 8.5%. It's showing here 8.5%. Okay, and the monthly gain is 4.3%, and yearly gain, like 12 monthly is 4.3. This year it gained 148%. But this week BNB was the leader, Binance one. So BNB was the highest performing one this week, like around 21.7%. And this month, over the past 30 days, it has gained 39%, and over this last year 117%. So that's about crypto. And it seems like gold and silver have all been trading up, are very bullish, and crypto was a bit, Bitcoin was a bit slower but it seems like now it has started to move up. Since August it made a high of 124,000 124,000 and then 533, that was a high. So yeah, and then it was like a bit like in the consolidation phase, and looks like, so it looks like it's going to surpass this one. This is about crypto and what happened to the global market. Global financial market displayed resilience amid U.S. political turbulence, including a government shutdown that began October 1 and poised to last for 11 days. Prediction market like Kalshi. Equities climbed a wall of worry with U.S. indices hitting record despite stalled negotiations and delayed economic data. For example, September non-farm payroll postponed. The Fed remains on track for a 25 basis point rate cut at its October 28-29 meeting, supported by a softening labor data. ADP showed private payroll declines and a steady inflation expectation. 1 year at 4.7%, 5 year at 3.7%. Q4 seasonality favors gains, with historical S&P 500 returns averaging 2.9% in the final quarter. Okay, and other things that I have been following is like S&P. Yeah, S&P, people are predicting S&P to hit like around 7,500 range, which aligns with this, this technical analysis. And the level showing up here is around $7,500. Okay, so and also gold and silver has shown a very strong performance lately, as you can see here. 1 year change in silver price. So silver started this year with $31.77, and now it has crossed $48. It was major all-time highs, and the resistance of all 30-40 years resistance is around it's around like $50, $48 to $50 range. So this is testing a very important level, even though people experts suggest that this around $40 was the point where it exceeded its quarterly close. So that's all historically has crossed that level and is in very bullish mode, phase, silver. So and then historically it has done like this, once it starts goes in the parabolic. It's not just silver, actually. Bitcoin keeps doing the same thing, but now it's like it's silver's turn to show that kind of movement. Okay, so, and I'm hearing that people are moving money from crypto sector to silver and gold, and then miners. So also, yeah, so that's happening. That's one thing happening. But maybe the because now Bitcoin is back to its is back to its high, close to its highest trading range. So people might shift back to Bitcoin and altcoins, all those assets. The traders, they just want to get profit wherever they get profit from. Okay, so that's the mentality. So anyway, so and then I showed silver prices, and then let's see also just check a quick look at the gold. So yeah, gold, let's see, this year, so 1 year I'm showing this in this year. It was at the beginning, or not at the beginning, 12 months ago it was 2600, and now has reached this like above 3800 dollars. So far that's the highest price it has reached, historical high prices, because the world is shifting towards real money, and all the countries, if you know about this story, like BRICS country, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and there are many other countries has joined BRICS nations, and they are moving away from dollar standards, trading in their own currencies and resources that they have. Countries, major banks are getting their metals delivered, requesting physical delivery. All this is changing, making a, if looks like it's all that is making a permanent shift in the gold and silver market, because there has not been a craze like this that is happening nowadays. Not nowadays, actually it started, like in 20, around this 20, I would say 2022. This started in 2022. So yeah, there was some, I think, some news, if I don't remember correctly, I think there are some sanctions that were imposed on Russia and all. After that, there was a point around this in this during this period, and since then gold has been trending higher and higher and higher, and then silver was still not doing that, but finally silver, gold was trading in this range. It was held tightly in this resistance. It didn't break this resistance for a long time, since September 11 till November 2020. So it finally broke in November, this resistance line, and now it's just parabolically moved parabolically, and now the 3000 looks like 3000 is still the way gold trades. If you divide the whole what I have learned, that if you divide the whole debt, there are two things, like global debt and the US debt. The way gold is valued, if it's take the total debt divided by the ounces of available gold, and thus we get the number, how much the price of gold should be. And according to those calculations, different people give different numbers based on their assumptions. So what people, anywhere from for example, Lynette Zhang estimated $40,000, and then Bill Holter, based on the global debt, he estimated 135, something like that, above $100,000. And everybody has this kind of estimates based on the debt, global debt or US debt. It all depends on but overall, if we say global supply of gold versus the global debt, that's a big number, $100,000. And that's why people are talking about currency revaluation, gold price revaluation, and we are moving towards that direction very fast. So gold will be very rare, or it will be very hard to afford. Or silver and gold, I think maybe still much cheaper compared to, if you think about their prices, that can happen if the global reset, in the scenario of global reset, and both will go much higher. And silver, usually currently the gold to silver ratio is around 82, something like that, and historically it is around 40 gold to silver ratio. So what happens that based on the current prices, silver has to catch up, get that medium average gold to silver ratio. Even in that scenario, the price of silver could be doubled. So both have great potential to go higher. And of course, Bitcoin is also like a digital investment. People think it's like a secure money, digital asset which is secure, but there is also anyway different opinions. Yeah, but nowadays people are adopting, even people who have been hard, like gold and silver investors, they're adapting their strategies to acquire Bitcoin and some good quality cryptocurrencies as well. So yeah, this also has a potential to grow a lot. So that's a wrap, just a quick overview of all these assets. So mostly I covered Bitcoin and crypto asset, but there's a little bit of, or maybe more, talk about gold and silver. So yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll come up with more videos, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.